Okay, so we're going to help our friend make her perfect shade of purple paint. So when we went to the hardware store, Ace told you that they have a specific way that they make their purple paints. Like any store, they're always going to start off with a white base, and then they're going to add the colors that they need to make it that shade or that color that you are looking for, and they can keep adding until you are happy with it. Now remember, they can only add color to it. They can't take it away. So that's why they have to make sure that they're adding the right amounts, because if they add too much of a certain amount, you can't undo it. It is the way that it is. So Ace has told you that when you make this purple paint, that they start off with the same amount of red and blue. And that is they're going to put in 2 red drops. So I'm going to use my red marker. I'm going to show 2 red drops for every 3 blue drops. So there's 1, 2, 3. So they build their paint on a ratio of for every 2 red, there are 3 blues. Okay, so let's go ahead and do that now. Now at paint stores, they do something really cool where they put it in the shaker machine and it shakes it all up for you. If I shake my paint, it's going to go everywhere. So I'm going to use a knife to stir it. So I'm going to start by putting in my 2 drops of red. So 1, 2, and my 3 drops of blue. I have 1, 2, 3. I'm going to give it just a good little stir. Okay. Now, let's actually try turning off the light, see if it makes it better. It's okay. So you can see we're starting to get a little purple. It's still light, not quite what we want from it. So you tell the guy at Ace, hey, I want it to be even more purple. So he says, okay, let's intensify it by 2. So you already have 2 drops of red in there. Well, let's add 2 more to make it a total of 4 drops of red and 6 drops of blue. So he brings back your paint and he goes, okay, let's add 2 more red. So there's 1, 2 more drops and 3 more drops of blue. And then they stick it in their fun machine and they give it a nice little twirl. So I'm going to stir ours together. And you can see it's starting to get a little bit more purple, but it's still not quite what I'm after. So right now in our paint, we know that we have a ratio of 4 red dots for 6 blue dots. So I go, hey, I want you to make it even more purple. And he goes, okay, well, so let's add 2 more red drops. So you have a total of 6 red drops and a total of 9 blue drops. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that way the ratio is there are 6 red drops and 9 blue drops. So let's do that together. So there are already 4 in there, so I need to add 2 more. 1, 2. And there are already 6 blue drops in there, but I'm going to add 3 more. So 1, 2, 3. And then they're going to give it a nice stir, a nice shake. Ooh, and it's starting to get purple. But it's not still quite the perfect purple. So you tell the guy at Ace, hey, add some more. He goes, whoa, okay. We'll add 2 more drops of red. So that way you have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 red drops. And you already have 9 blue drops in there, but sure, let's add 3 more. So you have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 blue drops in there. Now remember, there are already 6 red drops in there, so I'm going to add 2 more. 1, 2. And there are already 9 blue drops in there, so I'm going to add 3 more. 1, 2, 3. And they give it a nice little stir, and man, it is starting to get purple. But you know what? You're tired of just adding 2 more at a time. You're like, no, I want it 10 times the amount of purple. And he goes, whoa, 10 times. And you're like, yeah, 10 times. So if it started off to where there were only 2 drops in there, I want 20 drops of red. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 red drops. And if there were 3 blue drops in there to start, no, I want 30 blue drops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. And the ace guy looks at you and he goes, man, you're a little crazy, but sure, you're paying for it. Why not? You already have 8 drops of red in there. And if you want 20 drops, sure, I'll add 12 more drops. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, and he goes, man, you're crazy, but sure, if you want 30 drops of blue, you have 12 in there already, so let's add 18 more. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And he goes, man, are you sure? And I said, yeah, stir it up. And as he stirs it, look at how purple my purple paint has become. And I go, that's it. We've done it. We have created the perfect purple. The perfect purple has 20 drops of red for 30 drops of blue. So what we've done is we've stuck to that original ratio that we had, that 2 to 3 ratio, and we've just intensified it more every single time. So our process for this one, we're gonna keep the process here. Our process here is, well, we didn't do anything. We just multiplied it times 1. So that was just a time 1. Now to get that perfect purple, I had to have 2 drops of red, 3 drops of blue for a total of 5 drops to make that perfect purple. Now, but for our next one, though, our ratio changed. The numbers changed. The look of it changed. So instead of 2 to 3, I had a 4 to 6 ratio. Well, to get that 4 to 6 ratio, all I had to do was take my original ratio and multiply it times 2. So if I had 4 red drops and 6 blue drops, that would be a total of 10 drops to make purple. My next ratio was 6 to 9. Again, if I go back to that original ratio of 2 to 3, to go from 2 to 6, all I had to do was multiply both parts of this ratio by a factor of 3. So if I had 6 red drops and 9 blue drops, that would give me a total of 15 drops to make my perfect purple. For our next one, to go from 2 to 8, I multiplied times 4. 3 times 4 to get me to 12. So my process here was times 4. So if I had 8 red drops, 12 blue drops, I had to have a total of 20 drops to make my perfect purple. And then for the very last one, to go from 10, or nope, that's not 10, from 2 to 20 to 3 to 30, that would be a scale factor of times 10 to make the ultimate purple. So 20 red drops, 30 blue drops gives me a total of 50 drops to make that beautiful, beautiful purple color. Now, we talked about ratios can be different types of relationships. We can always show a ratio as a part to the part or a part to the whole. And another word for whole is the total. So if I said, what is the ratio in this scenario of the red drops to the total dots? So in this first one, I have 2 red dots, and there are a total of 5 drops in all. My ratio of blue to total would be I have 3 blue drops and 5 drops total. Now remember, when we write ratios, order matters. So if it says red to total, I have to start with the red and I have to put the total second. So let's go to our next one. When we amplified it, we multiplied it times 2. So this time my ratio of red to total is I had 4 red drops for a total of 10 drops to make that purple. My ratio of blue to total is I had 6 blue drops and a total of 10. When we amplified it times 3, I had 6 red drops and a total of 15 drops to make that purple. My blue drops, I had 9 blue drops for a total of 15 drops to make that purple. When we amplified it times 4, I had 8 red drops and a total of 20 drops to make my perfect purple. I had 12 blue drops and a total again of 20 to make that perfect purple. And the ultimate purple, I had 20 red drops and a total of 50 drops to make the ultimate purple. I had 30 blue drops and 50 drops total, again, for that ultimate purple. So again, we stuck with that for every 2 drops. Every 2 red drops, there were 3 blue drops. We just increased the intensity. We multiplied, though, both of our numbers by the same factor. The process was the same for all of them, but we just had to make that perfect